Hello students, how are you? I think all you are fine here. Yes. So today we are going to begin the last portion of the lesson, Louis Pasteur, Conqueror of Disease. Okay. So it is the one of the nice lesson, and here I taken this lesson. Why? Because some paragraphs are pending here. So these paragraphs consist the conclusion part, the ending part of the lesson. Here what the Pasteur got, okay, and which achievement he received from a French university and from the Europe and from the European Union. So all his achievements and all his work will be discussed here, okay, in this video. So let's begin with this. Before beginning, recall your past video. What did you learned from your past video? Here we learned rabies, from where the rabies disease came. Is rabies disease is curable, or related to any rabies disease a vaccine is ready or not? Here we are going to learn. And you learned that anthrax is such kind of germ related disease, okay, it is a infection which attacked to cow, goat and some domestic animals, and this is animal related animals, okay, animal related disease, some domestic animals. So this is such kind of disease which attack the domestic, even wild animals. And when this disease attack to the cattle, okay, which belongs to the farmers, then what happened? Here the wild, even the cattle, okay, domestic animals are start dying rapidly. So here these complaint went to the World Organization. Then World Organization given a task to the Louis Pasteur, just solve the problem of anthrax. Here anthrax get indulged in the field of solving the problem of anthrax by providing them vaccination, by providing them, okay, some antibiotic tablets and medicines to the animals, where they got cured from the disease of anthrax. So this is the part of his research, this is the part of his achievement, okay, where he saved the farmers, because farmers are so poor and they couldn't afford cattle because they are costly. So he saved the life of the farmers, even the life of the cattle here. So this is one kind of social achievement of Louis Pasteur. So here in the last video we learned about rabies, okay. Here people were bitten by the mad dogs, even by the some dogs, okay, who containing after the dog bite, and then what happens to the human beings? They will suffer from rabies. Rabies is such kind of disease which will, okay, brings weakness in our body, and if not treated on time, then people start dying. At a time when the rabies came, okay, came to the Europe, then what happened? There was no vaccination, there was no medicine which is going to cure or which is going to treat rabies diseased affected patients. So here then what happens? They start dying. Even the population of Europe start declining very fast, because dogs were getting mad and they start biting the animals because of this rabies animals, even to the human beings. Then the population of Europe rapidly getting decreased because of this rabies disease. So here what happened? Population start declining, okay, in Europe. So here curing the rabies disease, this is also such kind of responsibility and duty given to the Louis Pasteur, who is a chemist, and he did hard for finding the vaccination for rabies, and he saved many people, even the population of Europe, where all the people get cured, and the, okay, and all the contribution for treating this kind of deadly disease goes to the Louis Pasteur. But he didn't show his achievement. He worked he worked for several hours in his laboratory for curing more diseases and finding about the diseases and its origin and which antibiotic medicine is going to fight with this. He always searching in the laboratory, but he never shown his reputation high in front of the society. This disease is cured by me. What he think, if I show my name, if I show my name and fame in front of the society, then what happens? People start interfering in my work, then I have to indulge in politics. So I shouldn't be become a follower of politicians. I should be achieve my name and fame in the field of science, in the field of chemistry. So this is the one of the great thing of the Louis Pasteur here. So students, let's begin with the 19th paragraph, what it talks about. So here we have to begin with 19th para. Yes, here one of his last experiments was in connection with the terrible disease which attacks a person who is bitten by a dog with rabies. A mad dog, as we call it, a mad dog. Okay, a mad dog biting to a person. Then what happened him? Rabies. Rabies is a disease. Pasteur had grown very sure about the power of inoculation. Here students, what do we mean by the meaning of inoculation? Yes, inoculation is such kind of treatment. It is discovered by Louis Pasteur. What happens in inoculation? Here a medicine will be given to a person, medicine given to a person in form of liquid, with the help of needle, with the help of injection. Okay, with the help of needle or injection is called inoculation. So this is such kind of treatment which is discovered by Louis Pasteur, discovered by LP. Okay, so this is one of the great invention of the Louis Pasteur. Yes, and he decided to try out the same idea in cases of rabies. So he decided to try a search of inoculation, the patients who are affected by the rabies. At that time, nearly everyone died who was bitten by a diseased dog. In 1885, Pasteur made his first experiment on a young Alsatian boy who came to him in Paris covered with bites from a mad dog. So here what happened? A boy from another country, okay, he came to meet Louis Pasteur. What he told? Sir, I bitten by a dog and in my own country there is no medicine which is going to cure. So here then what happened? Louis Pasteur called that boy and told, you have to be here in my laboratory. Okay, here I am going to do an experiment, okay, by the treatment of inoculation. So inoculation is going to help you because it will help you to cure from the disease. So then what happened? The boy's mother told Pasteur, if you can cure animals, you can cure my son. So Pasteur inoculated him with some weak rabies germs and the boy recovered. So Pasteur given him inoculation, okay, some liquid needle technology, okay, and which will be kept, okay, inside his body with the help of the needle, and he experimented on the boy's rabbit with some weak germs. Okay, weak germs are fighting with the rabies germs. Then that boy cured here, okay, with the help of inoculation. So students, what you have to understood for rabies disease, what he searched, inoculation is the one he searched. So this is the part, okay, to fight against the rabies disease. So now comes to the 20th paragraph. So what is there in the 20th para? Yes, although Dr. Jenner had already discovered how to vaccinate against smallpox, he did not really understand about bacteria. Pasteur, after giving his life to this study, was able to prove the value of inoculation and to find out ways of varying it for different diseases. So here what happened, there is one doctor, okay, in the field of chemist or in the field of chemistry, and his name was Dr. Jenner. Dr. Jenner. So what he discovered? He discovered some great medicines for the smallpox. Smallpox is what? A teeny pimples, okay, which will take place and which will come outside from our body. The whole body will suffer from teeny, okay, pimples, okay, and this will come, okay, to every human beings once in their life, okay, as the people say. So what happens at that time? Dr. Jenner find a medicine for that, how to treat. But here Louis Pasteur interfere in it. So let's try it, that smallpox can be treated, okay, by a medicine called here inoculation. We can treat the smallpox, okay, with the help of inoculation. So here smallpox, okay, here it is, can be treated by inoculation. So it is a part of it. So where it is such a great achievement of the Louis Pasteur. Fine. Here in the paragraph number 21st, during the First World War 1914 and 1918, the troops going abroad were inoculated against such diseases as typhoid and enteric fever, and the very low death rate from these illness among the troops, even in unhealthy places, was a great tribute to Pasteur work. So what happened? I told you in 1914 and 1918, and it is the period of World War I. So when did the World War I taken place? It taken place in between 1913 to 1918. So 21st paragraph is a part of World War I. World War I taken place here, and it is a period of 1914 to 18. In this time or in between this period, then what happens? Here we have a soldiers who are going to another country, and after fighting with the soldiers of another country, they were totally injured, okay, they couldn't able to gain their power, they couldn't able to, okay, give them strength that they can cure them. So they were fighting constantly, and they not getting any medicines, okay, might be they having first aid. Is that first aid is going to cure them from a big surgery? No. So they having a big cuts, they having a bullets inside their body. The bullet contains different kind of very that deadly poisonous which is going to affect their body. So they having many diseases. When the war ended, when the Germany, okay, taken the rigid action against the enemy soldiers, when the war ended, those soldiers came back to their own country. When they coming back, they are bringing many diseases with them, and these diseases can be considered here, okay, they having some cold fever, they having some injuries, they having some cuts, they having some different kind of diseases which can be considered here deadly disease, which is going to kill the soldier, which is going to kill the man, okay, steadily but not, okay, instantly. So it is killing the man slowly. So here what happens, okay, here Louis Pasteur tries, okay, the procedure of inoculation. He taken the inoculation and he experiment on a man who came back from a war. Here that man is getting cured, okay, he is getting some patience, or he is getting some relaxation from the treatment of inoculation. So he is now fit and well. So these kind of discovery helped the Louis Pasteur very much, and his name is also, okay, increased in a rapid manner in Europe. So he was a such kind of famous scientist, even a chemist, at a field of, okay, curing the disease, at the field of searching different kind of disease and how to cure it. Fine. So now comes to paragraph 22. So what it tells here? Here we have a paragraph Here we have para 22. What it tells? Yes, Pasteur memory is still honored in the Institut Pasteur in Paris, where bacteriology is studied by man of all nations. At the opening of the institute in 1888, Pasteur said, two opposing laws seem to be now in contest. The one, a law of blood and death, opening out each day new methods of destruction, forces nations to be always ready for the battle. The other, a law of peace, work and health, whose only aim is to deliver man from the disasters which surrounded him. The one seeks violent conquest, the other the relief of mankind. Which of these two laws will prevail, God only knows. But of this we may be sure, that science is obeying the law of humanity, will always labor to enlarge the frontiers of life. Then what happens? Here in Paris, where Pasteur is awarded, okay, in the field of bacteriology in the year of 1888. So he discussed with many scientists, even with the many chemists and the attendants who were attending the function, a great function, okay, where in the Paris. So all of them are sitting in one, okay, in one big hall. So everyone are listening to the Pasteur's speech. So he discussed one of the two law of destruction, two law of saving life. So what are these two law? Here we have Pasteur discussed. Pasteur discussed two laws of saving life and law of death, okay, and law of death. So here laws of saving life is peace and stability. Is it? Say when we save the life of a person, then what happens? A peace and stability will prevail in the society. Is it? When the person is killed by someone, then what happens? There will be destructions, there will be disturbance, and there will be a fight in between two groups, and there will be no peace, and there is no peace in the society. So these are the two things, okay, which is the common thing, and these things are discussed by the Louis Pasteur in front of the scientists, in front of the people. So here he told the soldiers goes to the war, okay, for preserving the reputation, for preserving the ideology of the politicians, even the lawmakers, and they were killed by the enemy soldiers, or they are going to kill the enemy soldiers. Then what happens? It is the blood and death. It is not a peace and it is not a stability. So here soldiers were killed, okay, and when they comes back to their own country, they come back with many diseases, and these diseases are not curable. So we have to work hard to cure these diseases if we want our society remain in peace, if we want our society remain in stability without any kind of disturbances. So this is what we have to learn here, okay, in the field of science. Here we have to save the lives, we have to save the mankind. If mankind is not going to be survive, then we also going to be die in one day. So this is the what Pasteur discussed with other scientists, to save the lives of others, even to save the lives of the soldiers, and to save the lives of whole mankind, and there should be a brotherhood prevails in the society. And here he discussed everything what he thought about his basic concept of saving lives for mankind. Okay, so this is what it is here in the paragraph number 22. Now comes to paragraph number 23. What it tells? Yes, Here we have a paragraph 23. So in this paragraph, it is a part of a conclusion. Here we are going to learn the conclusion and the achievements of the Louis Pasteur, okay, for his discoveries. So let's read it out here. Fine. In 23rd paragraph, someone who knew Pasteur well in his old age described him thus: weary, with deep lines on his face, the skin and beard both white, his hair still thick and nearly always covered with a black cap, the broad forehead wrinkled, marked with the lines of genius, the mouth slightly drawn by paralysis, but full of kindness, and above all, the living thought which still flashes from the eyes beneath and deep shadow of the eyebrows. So what happens in the paragraph number 23? Here someone who knows the Louis Pasteur from childhood, now he became so old, he having white beard, okay, he having some wrinkles on his face, and he is in a state of sympathy, in a state of memorization of Louis Pasteur work, and he is appreciating Louis Pasteur in his speech in every word, that Louis Pasteur did such a great work to the society. He saved the man, he did the work of the God, so we can consider him a God. Okay, here Louis Pasteur is not accepting, I am not a God, okay, I am a follower, okay, I am his follower, or he have to given something power that I have to save the lives of people. So I am a servant, I am a follower of the peoples, where I born here in this country for saving the lives. And here a old person is thanking him for saving the life of him or saving the life of whole mankind. So here Louis Pasteur is commemorated, here Louis Pasteur is given something big status in the society after all, because he did many experiments, he did, okay, he finded here new medicines which is going to cure the peoples, okay, from a disease. So this is what we are going to learn here in the paragraph 23. Here Louis Pasteur got some good reputation, okay, good words, here good words and sympathy is given to Pasteur work, okay. This is what Louis Pasteur is going to talk about. Now comes to paragraph number 24th here. On Pasteur's 70th birthday, now Pasteur is all over 70. His jubilee was celebrated almost like a national festival. See, like Lord Leicester, he was honored in his old age by the scientists of all nations. At the crowded meeting in the great hall of the University of Paris, the old man was too overcome to speak, and his speech was read to the distinguished audience by his son. See here, then what happens on Pasteur's 70th birthday? Now he was awarded a great honor, okay, on his 75th anniversary. And here a national holiday is declared in the name of the Pasteur in whole nation. And he is one of the great personality and who is memorized by the whole nation. And he is also, okay, named, even the he is also memorized, he is also honored by another great personality like Lord Leicester, okay, where he was honored in his old age, okay, by every nation, by whole nation. Here Louis Pasteur not only helped, okay, to his own nation, he helped to the whole mankind. He never discriminated that these soldiers belong to our, so I am not responsible for other soldiers. See, he helped to every nation, he helped to every country, okay, and he saved the whole mankind. That's why Louis Pasteur did such a great work for saving the whole mankind here. Fine. 25th. Here in the paragraph 25th, the future, he said, will belong to those who shall have done the most for suffering humanity. To the young students, he addressed a special word. So it is a such kind of special word to you also. What here Pasteur going to share with you? Listen. To the young students, he addressed a special word. First, ask yourself, what have I done for my education? Then, as you advance in life, what have I done for my country? So that someday that supreme happiness may come to you. The consciousness of having contributed in some measure to the progress and welfare of humanity. So what message he is going to give to you and to the youngsters who are studying now, okay, who have completed their education, now working for this nation, and who are working for this nation and what they are doing now. So it is a big question and the big lesson for all of us. So what it is? So here in the paragraph number 25th, we are going to learn a something better lesson here. So it is a important part. It is an important lesson. It is an important lesson for all of us. So here students, we learn from the Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur told us, you should think about yourself. If you are doing education, after completion of education, then what you did in the field of education, what you learned from the education, which will help you to develop your personality, what you learned from the education, which will help you to get a better status in the society. And that status is not meant for you, it is meant for the whole society, because from that education you are going to help the society to overcome from many another kind of problems. So this is what you have to learn from the education. You have to spread the education. More you share the education, more you are gaining education. So it is a better said quote. Okay, more we going to share the knowledge, our knowledge is going to be increased more. So this is a better quote said by a better writer. So this is what here Louis Pasteur wanted to share with us. And he also tells, if you are doing duty, if you are giving a service to the nation, is my service is helpful for the society? Is my service is going to help some another person, and those person also going to help to another? So this kind of service must be given to the peoples in the society. Okay, here don't believe on intention, don't believe on expectation, what we learned from the moral action. So here your service must be there, okay, in any work. So after all, when you are going to be old, then think of it. What I did, it is given to everyone or it is not reached to everyone. If there will be some mistakes, there will be some corrections, so correct it. Don't keep it as a pending, because if you give it a pending, then what happens, it will remain okay till last and no one is going to be corrected. So this is what we are going to learn from Pasteur's teaching here. Okay, fine. In paragraph number 26th, so here in paragraph number 26, it is the ending paragraph. Pasteur himself certainly knew that happiness. He died in 1895 when he was 75, and no name in science is more honored or will longer be remembered. Then what happens here? Okay, here Pasteur himself certainly knew that happiness. So he knows only happiness because he wants to bring peace and stability in whole country, and our human beings, even our mankind, should remain in a stable manner. They shouldn't they shouldn't disputes with each and others, they shouldn't fight with each and others. If they fight, then what happens? Jealousy will increase, okay, then such kind of negative thinking will increase in the society. If negative thinking and the fight will increase, then disease will increase and the whole mankind is going to die one day. He died in 1835 when he was 75. At the age of 75 he died, and no one in science is more honored or will longer be remembered. Here then what happens after him? He made such a great contribution to the society, and after him no one is there in the science who is honored and who is named. So he is such kind of great scientist, great chemist who did a better for the society here. So students, read the whole lesson thoroughly, underline the main points, write it down in your fair notebooks, and what I am teaching you, you should be written down on their fair notebooks here. If you are having any doubts, you can clarify it through WhatsApp here. Okay, so here I given you homework for completion of question and answers. Some of the few questions we discussed in the online interaction class. And here we have paragraph writing. It is also given homework for you all. Might be you have completed it. Okay, and what you are doing, just send me in the WhatsApp where I am going to check it. And grammar portion is pending. We will do it another online interaction class. And here these chapter consist more grammar related to this lesson. Okay, we have to do it. Fine students, for the time being, take care, revise it, watch the video once, twice till you get a better understanding of it. So here, have a nice day. Keep watching these kind of videos every day and make notes also. Fine. Okay, bye students. Have a nice day.